We saw how the first innings was a story of two halves. The Triumph Knights scored only 35. They were 2 wickets down in the power play, and then Surya Kumar Yadav, who scored a whirlwind knock of 90. It didn't look like a whirlwind. He took lots and lots of singles, kept the scoreboard ticking, and then took off right in the end. A 28 run last over, taking them up to 147. And well, the Tigers have started very well. No risks in these 47 runs, Milind.
You know, as the tournament progresses, we'll see whether batting first or bowling first is important. Because I thought there could have been a bit of moisture in the wicket when the batting started, and as a result of which the ball wasn't coming onto the bat. But look at it now, after one roll, the wicket is playing much better. It's not stopping. The very fact that they're driving the ball, which means that the wicket has improved. And the next game, if there is dew, we'll have to see whether there's dew. So the toss comes into as a very crucial part of the game.
We also saw in the IPL, it was a very high-scoring IPL at the Wankhede Stadium for the champions, the Mumbai Indians. And on most occasions, teams were able to chase down the target.
But at that point, the wicket was greener, you know, much better. A month ago, things were much better. But now, as the wicket has been really beaten up for so many days, Captain Surya Kumar Yadav nursing that little injury when he was batting. He sort of tried to play one shot to mid-wicket, and I got the impression that he had a little twist in his ankle. But he's a brave guy. He's a brave boy. He's a captain. He will not go in.
Retained by the Knights. Let's take a look at the injury. Was this one twisting that left ankle a little bit, trying to play that through to fine leg, trying to drag it from outside the off stump. 101 needed for the Tigers of 84 deliveries. He's used his spinners in the power play. It hasn't quite worked. Not much help from the pitch either. It's coming on nicely as well. Gomel has been in good touch. Oh, first good appeal. Was there a bit of bat on that?
I get the feeling that there was a bit of bat on that, because otherwise he was a dead man. Let's have a look again. Yes, there was a bat. You could hear two noises.
The bowler knew it straight away. This time, picks it up. Where's that ball going? All the way. Yes, it is. Half century up for the Tigers. Yet another 6. Gomel's changing gears.
Short. Went deep into his crease and saw that huge gap on the onside. Great shot. Full face of the bat. The straighter you play with the full face of the bat on such a track, the more you're going to get it in the middle. Look at it. Right in the middle. Look at that follow through. Absolutely delightful.
We saw lots of quiet overs in the first innings. Not the case. A few loose balls. A few good balls also being hit. As they say in Mumbai cricket, kadak, lots of kadak batting. 95 more needed of 81. This time from wide of the crease. Off the back foot. For a moment I thought he'll play across the line.
I get the feeling they should give it a little bit of a toss. Slow, because you're going to find it difficult to drive the ball. But the faster you bowl, there'll be nothing on the ball, especially when a left armer is coming. And the deeper you go into the crease and play, it's going to be better.
A little while ago, we saw young Arjun Tendulkar padded up in the dugout. Wants to build a certain reputation as an all-rounder. We'll see if he comes in at number 3. Nicely stroked down to long on to add another single. The Tigers scored 47 in the power play. They've added 9 so far in this 7th over.
Surya Kumar will have to do something.
Been a topsy-turvy game. In the first innings, we thought The Tigers dominated with the ball, and then the Triumph Knights saw Surya Kumar Yadav come up with a whirlwind knock of 90 or 56, taking them up to 147. 7 sixes in that innings of 90, not out. And the Aakash Tigers look like they're batting on a completely different pitch.
There's where the captain comes into play. He'll have to slow down things. He'll have to tell his bowlers to bowl a few tight deliveries, a few dot balls. A few dot balls is what the batsmen will be upset with. They'll try and do something which is against the pattern of play.
Royston Dias to bowl the next over, possesses a mean bouncer. Could he try some of that? Maybe the slow ball, try something, make something happen. He's got a third man, a sweeper cover and a long leg in place. Be on the offside inside the circle and a mid-wicket as well. Royston Dias coming in around the wicket to Kostu. Short ball, did not connect it. Happy to steal a single. He'll have to race. Oh, could have been close.
Surprisingly, in this entire innings, even in the last innings, I haven't seen the bowlers run their fingers over the ball. They've been bowling at a certain pace.
Let's take a look at where that ball hit. High up on the bat, wasn't it? And then onto the visor.
It's always the case that any time the ball hits a player off the bat, it's more painful. I don't know why, but when it ricochets off the bat, it's a difficult... Like coming back to the point I was making about bowlers rolling their fingers over the ball, they haven't seen much of it, because on a wicket like this, that's a great delivery.
Saw that ball ricocheting off the bat onto the visor. You didn't have that luxury in your playing days, did you, Milan?
We didn't need it because you're technically so sound. Sunil Gavaskar never needed it.
There it is, a Skoda Rapid. Swanky new car. Will go to the winning captain of this T20 Mumbai, the second edition. It's been a bit of a stop-start scene for both these teams, but you can cruise away in that swanky Skoda Rapid. At the end of it, we saw a nail-biting finals the last time between the Shivaji Park Lions and the Triumph Knights. The Triumph Knights triumphed by 3 runs. This time pitched up, made room for himself, picked his spot, adds 4 more to the score.
Kaustubh Pawar using all his experience. There you see, beautiful, stepped out, made room and drove it into the area where there's no fielder. What a safe shot this is. Look at him moving in, stepping out and then giving it the full works. Royston Dias will have to vary his length. He's seeing the batsman coming out. He'll have to do something about it. Too many runs flowing off the bat.
Continues to bowl around the wicket this time. Well, along the ground this time. Yet another occasion. Very, very predictable line that from Royston Dias. Where does Surya Kumar Yadav go? What does he do now? Nothing's working.
Suddenly a different wicket at the moment. Seems to be a batting beauty, like all the Wankhede wickets have been.
The cost of power, isn't he?
See how deep he was in the crease when he hit that shot. So Royston Dias should have altered his length accordingly. What more do I do, skipper? You need to do something. Runs are flowing fast and free.
This time trying the slower delivery. Some variation finally. Happy to tickle it down to third man. Taking it, their score up to 66. Expensive over this by Royston Dias. He's given away 20 runs so far. He's in his second overs. As you go to Parikshit, Prasad. He's tried his 5 bowling options so far, has Surya Kumar Yadav.
He's thinking. He's surely thinking of what next move he should have. Will toss. That That's a slow delivery. Oh, that would have been close. Had the keeper hit the stumps.
67 for no loss at the end of 8. The Aakash Tigers are cruising in pursuit of 148. They've already clocked 67 in the first 8 overs. Aakash at Gomel, 41 not out of 27. Kaustubh's joined the party as well. 2 boundaries in the last over of Royston Dias. Suryakumar Yadav might want to look at Kalpesh Sawant. He was Triumph Knights' leading wicket taker last season. We're at the Wankhede Stadium for the T20 Mumbai Season 2, Day 1, Match 1. Remember, the first 10 days we'll see double headers. We've got one more exciting game coming up on Star Sports 3. The ARCS Andheri taking on the Sobo Supersonics. Prasad Patil, the left-arm spinner, will want to keep things quiet. In the previous stint, Charu Sharma and Rohan Gavaskar were talking about the importance of a good left-arm spinner who can keep it tight. And taking it to the Indian squad in the World Cup, Ravindra Jadeja, a very, very key cog in that wheel for India. Oh, clean ball!
What a beauty.
How did he miss that shot? Lapse in concentration. A lucky break for the Triumph Knights against the run of play.
Doing the basics right, the left-arm spinner. Keeping a tight line the first ball, the second ball also. They needed that break. They really needed that break to come back in the game.
Well, the first sip of water for parched throats. They were waiting for something to happen. Something has happened. How did he miss that shot?
It didn't turn. It was an arm ball. What a beauty. On this kind of wickets, this is the best ball to bowl, really. The one that doesn't spin. Gomel gone for 41 after a brilliant innings.
Well, unlucky to miss out on a half-century, which was there for the taking, but it looks like he has done his job, allowing the team to get off to a breezy start.
Select please.
Next jump.
आजा तू normal mid wicket आजा. पीछे ही रहना उधर. Middle. ऐसा रे ऐसा. वर रहा वर. कैसे? हाँ? कैसे? चालेल. ये अजून जरा आराम आता.
There he is then. One more occasion where a commentator gets to say Tendulkar walks out to bat at the Wankhede, the cauldron of Mumbai cricket. Now all set to see young Tendulkar in action, making his T20 Mumbai debut. The left-hander picked up 1 wicket. This time he is facing his first ball. The lefty, very, very quick. Much like his father, will not miss out on easy singles. Oh, they've run off an overthrow. Gets 2. Get off the mark, does Arjun Tendulkar. Bought for 5 lakh rupees. There was frenetic bidding for this man, Arjun Tendulkar. He knows the spotlight is on him.
There you see a good, well-pitched up delivery. He went on the back foot. Completely ran through the gate. The ball came in, didn't turn. High bat lift. Young Tendulkar batting at 3 ahead of his father, who batted at 4.
And a short leg straight away. Tightly shot. Short leg in T20 cricket. How rare is that? But all eyes on Arjun Tendulkar, the 17-year-old, bought for 5 lakh rupees. And I promise I'm not going to mention that 5 lakh amount again on commentary. It's not about the money, it's about the opportunity. Shot third man, cover mid-off, mid-wicket. This time hits it hard over the bowler's head. Will that go for 4? Doesn't quite have the legs. Adds 2 more, does Arjun Tendulkar to the score.
Looks quite relaxed, the young man. Everybody is looking at him. And why not? The name is so huge. The pressures are huge on him. But I believe he has the temperament. Otherwise, he wouldn't be batting at 3 and bowling with the new ball. Difficult to do both.
Well, his captain bowled him thrice in the power play. Just goes to show the kind of confidence the captain has in him. And he started off very, very confidently with the bat. Tall man. End of the over, 71 for 1 after 9.
Anish, I saw Tendulkar's father when he was 12. I'm seeing this young Tendulkar when he was 18. When he's 18, so 50 years of watching the Tendulkars, or 45 years of watching the Tendulkars.
There's much talk about Arjun Tendulkar's debut. Let's quickly take a look at the wicket of Gomel, who looked dangerous, missing out on a half-century. And it's this wicket that led to the arrival of young Tendulkar onto the crease, who's looked decent in the 4 deliveries he's played so far. These days, youngsters they mature very quickly. I'm sure Arjun Tendulkar knows the spotlight is on him. You can't avoid that glare, opinions coming in, the expectations, everyone's talking to you.
Oh, his father was mature at 15. So what are we talking about maturity?
Father was 1 in a billion. Unfair to perhaps make that comparison. Must allow Arjun Tendulkar to carve his own path, his own story. This time around the wicket, trying something new. Kalpesh Sawant, Triumph Knights leading wicket taker last season.
It's a good thing to come round the wicket because the ball may turn, may go straight on such a surface. It's always a good thing if you can hit that middle and off stump line. Allow him probably to square cut or pull. There you go.
Outside edge, no slip in place. 2 fielders in pursuit, and they will not be able to cut it off. Lucky boundary. The advertising boards have come off. There's Karan More, who crashed into the advertising board. Add 4 more.
An off-spinner bowling around the wicket, the ball has the intention of going to the slips or going the other way. Perhaps Surya Kumar Yadav should have kept a slip in the initial stages because what he needs is a wicket or 2 at the moment.
They desperately need a wicket. They need a few quiet overs. The runs are trickling. They're playing their shots as well. Gomel did the job with Kaustubh. Arjun Tendulkar's come in and he's looked very, very comfortable. Shot. Is it on the offside? For a single, thinking about a 2, decides against it.
Reading the spin well, coming round, crunched it on the offside with that square cut. I would still think you need a slip. Bring in the slip for young Tendulkar. He's just new to the wicket. He's a left-hander and an off-spinner bowling to him. Perhaps there could be a turn. Perhaps.
Only a short leg for him. As soon as he came into bat, no close-in fielders this time. 3 on the offside inside the circle, 1 on the on. Kaustubh plays it through very, very quick on that first single. Thinking about a 2, not quite.
Looking quite positive. And that's how it should be.
The Aakash Tigers are cruising along in pursuit of 148. For a moment, in the first innings, it looked like they'd be chasing about 115, 120. If it wasn't for Surya Kumar Yadav, things would have been different. Uses his feet, happy to stroke it down to long on, adding another single. After 10 overs, the Tigers 78 for 1.
At the same stage, the Triumph Knights were 53 for 3, and at the halfway stage, chasing 148. The new team, Aakash Tigers, are 78 for 1, so that's a huge advantage of 25 runs. And of course, not just that, but in terms of wickets lost, only one. Gomal, who's going along really well. So we'll have to say that the advantage at this point of time is with the chasing team. I have Rohan Gavaskar here with me as the leggy comes back in, drops it short. We're watching the T20 League, Mumbai T20 League, live from the Wankhede. Terrific atmosphere. Now, of course, the heat has abated a bit. The sun has set on the west of the stadium towards the sea. So conditions a lot easier in every way.
Well, especially for batting. Looks like we've played on two different pitches. And as you mentioned, Charu, first innings, the Triumph Knights struggled in the first 10 overs. But the Tigers at the moment, 79 for 1.
And what a lovely occasion for Arjun Tendulkar to show that he can cut it at the highest league here of T20 Mumbai. Because there really isn't that much pressure at this point of time. And he can take a little bit of time, maybe just tickle the ball around for singles, because Kaustubh, after a rough start, is not doing too badly now.
Yeah, spot on. And he's got the luxury of just giving himself a little bit of time to get set, get his eye in. Kaustubh's batting well. 33 of 28 for Kaustubh. Arjun 5 of 7.
Goes big, doesn't have enough. And that's, oh, is it spilt? Man did very well to get to the ball, kept his eyes on it. But eventually, I think the impact of falling, upon falling, and the ball spilt out. That's a shame from the fielder's point of view, and of course, from Triumph Knights.
End of 11th, 81 for 1. Gomal batted well, 41 of 29 for Gomal. Kaustubh Pawar is a Ranji Trophy player, has got first-class experience. He's batting on 33 of 28. Arjun has batted well. He's on 7 of 9. Shown some good intent. Young Arjun had a chance in the previous over.
Yeah, that was Vaibhav Singh, and I was being very generous, suggesting that the ball popped out when he fell. But despite getting to it, and he had plenty of time, he couldn't catch it clean. So that's a big reprieve for Arjun Tendulkar. I wonder whether he's going to make the team pay.
Well, he's got to take a leaf out of his senior partner's book. He's seen what his senior partner is doing. Kaustubh just knocking it around for ones and twos. That's what he needs to do. Unless he's been given a specific role by the team management saying, listen, we know you're an aggressive batsman. We know you like to play shots. So go out there. You've got a free rein. Play your shots.
Yeah, you have a point there, Rohan, about the dugout instructions, but I just wonder whether that could have been the instruction, because there's absolutely no need to panic at this stage or play a quick fire knock, because your team's doing so well relatively, and there's a other guy at the other end who's well set. So I just wonder about, oh, gone. Was I saying the other guy's playing well at the other end? Kaustubh walks out, misses the ball completely, and an easy stumping for Gadi Gaukar. Second wicket gone.
Commentator's curse. Strikes once again. Stump Gadi Gaukar, bowl Charu Sharma. That's what it is. We've got excellent bowling. Good club work behind the stumps. And Kaustubh, the set batsman, has got to walk back. He goes back for 34. It's 83 for 2.
So both the openers gone for Aakash Tigers, but it's been a good start for them regardless. And at the halfway stage, or just past the halfway stage, the gap narrows. A while back, it was 25 runs ahead for Aakash Tigers and 2 wickets ahead as well. As we see Kaustubh looking quite distressed at that dismissal. And now, they're only 21 runs ahead and only 1 wicket ahead. So Suryakumar Yadav can suddenly lift the spirits of his team, say, listen, we can still do it. 65 from only 51. Ordinarily, you'd think that the batting side was hugely favoured.
Siddharth Aakare's 7th match for him, 73 runs. And he'll be looking to improve that tally.
Smartly driven, but just getting back to the possible instruction for Arjun Tendulkar, maybe now that could be quite different, because now there's a little bit of rebuilding to be done. Both the batsmen at the crease are fairly new, and although Arjun has 8 from 10, looks to me that his big striking ability is a little questionable. He's tried to go big a couple of times, as we see that dismissal again. Did it go inside the line? Yeah, missed it completely. Here's Arjun again, and maybe it's time to just knock the ball around for a few singles.
Well, the required rate now 7.71.
Finish well, Sawan. Number 3,
I've got to
guys.
make sure that doesn't climb too much.
Number 3, fellas.
Yeah, 9 or 10, I suppose, for the last 2 or 3 overs can be handled, but we're still to see whether they've got some big hitters coming up down the order.
Top ball, Sawan.
Still pretty efficient, as long as there are no dot balls. Team batting always feels they're in it. So 12 gone, it's 86 for 2.
Arjun on 9, Siddharth on 2, 86 for 2 Aakash Tigers. Chasing 148. The Knights got to 147 thanks to a superb innings from the captain Suryakumar Yadav. Got 28 of the final over.
He was brilliant. Terrific acceleration. Full marks to the skipper, but of course now a little bit of danger as the opponents and their new team, by the way, have done very well chasing 148. So Karishma Kotak down the boundary line with a guest.
Number 3, guys.
Well, I have with me Wilkin Mota, and you are the coach of Aakash Tigers. It is a new team, and I know that you had a hand in selecting the team. So take us through, coach, with the boys that you've selected.
I think we had just about 3 or 4 days to gather ourselves and then go into the auction. We've had a good mix of experience and youth. We have a guy who's almost 40 years old, and the youngster is almost about 17 years old. So that's the kind of difference we have. But so both of them get together, the experience and the youth, that should stand as good.
And any key players in your team or the other teams that you have your eye on?
No, I'm sure everybody is key. Naturally, the ones who have been retained are all key players, and we are lucky to get Dhawal and Shams as our guys, and then we have others whom we bought in the auction. I feel everybody on its day can be a key player.
Okay, and okay, I just need to throw it back to the commentators upstairs. One moment.
Well, thank you, Karishma. And of course, Wilkin, we'll try and get back to you, but we've got a decision pending here as Arjun Tendulkar wants to go big once again, missed the line completely and did his back foot drag. So as here's Vinayak Bhoyer, very efficient lefty orthodox. And there's Tendulkar going for the big one. The back foot has dragged away, and oh yeah, he's back. Back well in time. I think we may be able to get back to Karishma pretty quickly, as we should have green figures here. It's 6 letters. It says NOT, OUT, or so we think. There we are. So Arjun Tendulkar survives, but I have said, his big hitting abilities for the moment, not quite. There he goes again. Again, can't quite connect, so there will be a long on to restrict that to only a single. And in a sense, he gets away with it again. So back to Karishma, who's got Wilkin Mota with her.
I do indeed, and we were just talking about the key players, whether they're in your team or the other teams. Any guys that you've got your eye on that you feel are, the next big one?
We've seen Surya playing a key role, so he's naturally one of the stars of the MI team also. So he has a lot of experience playing at Wankhede. We saw he brought his experience today to the game. For our team, I feel Aakash played a good knock. He's a key player, and then we have Arjun who's playing right now. We have Aakre with him. I feel these guys are, are the key guys for us.
So quite a few. Given the current situation, do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, would have been better with.
Yes.
Yeah, would have been better with one less wicket on the board. We are cruising. But having said that, I think we are in a decent position. We are about 10 to 12 balls difference between the runs and the balls. So, yeah, I think it's a decent position to be in.
Good. Thank you so much. I'll let you go, and we'll speak to you very soon. Thank you so much.
Wilkin is right. They're in a pretty good position, that's for sure. The openers have done well. Kostab and Gomal particularly, going hard right from the beginning. Missed out in his half century. And then Arjun living a little dangerously for my liking. A catch missed as well. And Siddharth is there with him. 7 in 6 deliveries. So 13 gone. It's now only 7 overs left. They need 8 and over, which doesn't seem much. But of course, there's still the pitch to contend with.
You're a hard man to please, Charu. It is T20. You've got to live dangerously.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose you can argue that even Yadav lived a little dangerously. But this is a good position for Aakash Tigers. And to play your first match in a T20 league and against the defending champions and come out on top, that'll be a terrific start for the new team, but also an indication that the league's very well balanced and the players are equally distributed, which is great because you never know who's going to win, and that makes for terrific viewing.
Oh, absolutely. Now you look at the Knights and you look at the 11, you think, oh, pretty settled 11, strong 11. Surya Kumar Yadav, we batted really well. And then you look at the Tigers, new team, and doing exceptionally well. There you go, young Tendulkar.
Just to prove me wrong. Well, finally, of course, he connects a decent spot on the blade, right behind the bowler. And even then, it didn't seem to be fabulously struck, but welcome boundary.
Well, I'm going to say you're a hard man to please. He's done all that he could. He's got the placement right, he's got a boundary. Well, he's a bowler who bats. And he's got, from what I hear, I haven't seen much of him, but from what I hear, he's got big striking ability. And that's probably one of the reasons why they've sent him at number 3.
Oh, yeah. Outside of the blade, though, there is a cover sweeper. He's not afraid to fling his bat, that's for sure. So plenty of confidence in there. Yes, Kamli, we see you. Just like you may see us. It's a good stage to be batting. No panic. 8 and over, and both have gone well. They're batting at a strike rate of 100. Not quite pushing it along, but a decent over. The Aakash Tigers, 14 gone at 99 for 2.
.99 for 2. That struck well. That should be 6, and it is. There you go, Charu.
All right, he did it for me. Well done, Arjun. Nice, clean blow. He tried it on a couple of previous occasions. Couldn't quite pull it off. This one from the middle of the bat. Sailed over long on. That's a wonderful 6. There you go. Nice reach. Big follow through. And he likes that, admired it. Vinayak Bhoir, the man who suffered.
Oh, good throw from the deep. The gun arm came in really quickly. And this was at 6 in the slot. And he dispatched it with ease.
Yadav was ever alert at mid-wicket. And also, of course, I mean, it's one of the old cliches in cricket, but it's nice to have a right-left combination at the crease for the batting side. Just makes the bowlers think a little more. But Vinayak Bhoir, despite giving away that maximum, has bowled well. His third over, given away 21, because of that 6, otherwise things were pretty tight. He is one of their lead left-arm orthodox bowlers. All the other spinners have also done well, the leggy too. Could be a single.
They've got 8 of the over. The required rate is just under 8. So doing what they need to.
Yeah, and pretty efficiently. They are, what, 16 and 7, 23 runs ahead. As it were, of course, let's not forget that the acceleration by Surya Yadav in the last couple of overs was fabulous. But on an average, you think that Aakash Tigers have done very well to inspire a lot of confidence in the dugout. Last ball of the over. Let's see whether Tendulkar just, well, push it around for a single or try and go big once again. Wants to go big once again, doesn't quite get hold of it. This time it will be taken quite easily. Long off running in, had plenty of time to get underneath. And Kalpesh Sawant cleans it up, while Arjun Tendulkar's cameo, should we say, ends at 23.
He'll be disappointed with that shot. Had got 8 for the over. Hitting the toe end of the bat, and that's why it didn't get the distance that he would have liked. Caught comfortably by Sawant. Arjun goes for 23. It's 107 for 3.
Welcome back. You're watching live action from the Wankhede Stadium. This is the T20 Mumbai, the first game. The defending champions facing a stiff challenge from newbies, Aakash Tigers, who are making their debut in this league. Arjun Tendulkar making his T20 Mumbai debut, scoring 23 of 19. He kept living dangerously, backed himself. No, that innings wasn't short of excitement, was it? Manish Batavia alongside Milind Rege. Milind, of course, Tendulkar's gone and Shams Bolani's coming, but what did you make of Arjun Tendulkar's approach while he was around?
Well, he was brave, there's no doubt about it. Took his chances, but as he gets more experience, he'll realize that having hit a 6, perhaps he could have knocked the ball to mid-on for a single. They cashed there. Stepped out, tried a big hoik. Didn't time it so well. But as he goes on playing, don't worry, young man, it's all in the game. Don't get disappointed, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning for you.
Tendulkar and Kamli sitting alongside. Slightly different first name though. And not a single word from Vinod Kaka there, Milind.
He better not. Just leave it at that. Because Vinod would then tonk it out of the ground.
tricky moments when the openers got out, when Arjun Tendulkar, who looked pretty good, got out trying to play that big shot. However, the lower middle order seems to have done the job. What else could Surya Kumar Yadav have done? I mean, he played his early cards right, played the spinners in the power play, but the trajectory, Melinda, should have perhaps been very, very different.
I get the feeling that their team selection left a bit to wanted, because they could have taken one spinner. But as the tournament progresses, everybody will know the nature of the pitch. See, this is not a wicket for the fast bowlers at all. But all said and done, great batting performance. They played it very cool. They were confident.
Vaibhav Singh bowling the last over, having to defend 4, of which 1 has been scored. 3 needed now of 5. Shouldn't be a problem. You need calm nerves, a cool head on the pitch.
2 dot balls. 2 dot balls is what is wanted now. And things will get interesting.
Remember, we've got another game coming up right after this. You will see the Sobo Supersonics take on the Wankhede. Shubham Ranjane, grandson of a former test player for India. Vasant Ranjane will be in action. Kevin Almeida, Gaurav Jathar, Akhil Hirwadkar, the few names that will be in action for the Andheri side. Meanwhile, the job is not done yet. 3 needed of 5. Pitched up, plays it straight. Have to stroke it through to the onside. Just a single. A win is a win, is a win, is a win. Doesn't have to come with a big moment. Yes, that's the game that's coming up. Live and exclusive from the Wankhede Stadium. You can catch it on Star Sports 3. The Wankhede versus the Sobo Supersonics. So all the South Mumbai boys and girls, head on to the Wankhede Stadium. It should be a party.
Against the champions, this has been a great performance by a team which is just playing its first game. Tremendous performance.
Well, they can... I'm waiting to watch Badre Alam in action for the Sobo Supersonics. The top wicket taker last season, picked up 12 wickets. We'll also see Azhar Ansari for the Andheri side. It's got a fabulous story. He comes from Malegaon. 2 needed of the last 4. 146 for 5, Milind.
Why is there a third man? It's going to be a single. And straighter, that too.
Strange captaincy tactics. 2 needed of 4. Short ball. He scooped it up. Will the fielder reach it? No, he won't. They have the 2 runs they need. This is a huge upset on day 1 of the T20 Mumbai. The defending champions have been beaten by 5 wickets. The newbies, the debutants, the Aakash Tigers, have kick-started their T20 Mumbai journey with a memorable win. It's been a solid show, a comprehensive win by 5 wickets. It's only in the last 5 overs of the first innings that the Tigers looked in a bit of a bother. But then it's been the Aakash Tigers all the way. Disappointment for Surya Kumar Yadav's Triumph Knights, the defending champions. It's been a wake-up call.
It's been a wake-up call, really, because except for Surya Kumar Yadav, none of their batsmen did well or even went into a decent score. Surya Kumar Yadav is the only person who's done well. But of course, this is only the first game, long way to go. And a great performance by the Tigers.
Yes, Subramaniam Doraiswamy with 14 of 11, staying on the crease. Yogesh scored 10 of 5. Went after that spinner, left-arm spinner Prasad Patil in the 19th over. It was brave of him to go around the track and hit that big 6. And this win will make them feel very good. Arjun Tendulkar happy. Contributed 23 runs in this run chase of 148. Haval Kulkarni is there as well. Good outing. But the top performers with the bat, Kaustubh and Gomel, laid the foundation. Arjun Tendulkar coming in at number 3. Played a bit of a cameo, lived dangerously, backed himself, got out playing a big shot. Caught Kalpesh, bowled Vinayak. And in the end, they did it very easily. Won it by 5 wickets. Not a good game for Royston, bowled only 2. Parikshit and Prasad, not much edge in this bowling lineup. Perhaps needed a bit of variety. And, well, Kalpesh picking up 2 wickets, giving away 30 off his 4 overs. But in the end, a victory for the Aakash Tigers by 5 wickets.
It's Gomel batting beautifully, timing the ball to nicety really. He was the one, and Kaustubh Pawar, who set trend. Look at that shot. Beautiful, beautiful batting. And that's what makes all the difference, because if the start is good, you've almost won half the battle. Great shots over extra cover, using the full face of the bat. Look at that shot, a rasping back foot drive. Once again, he missed it, an arm ball. Had to pay the price, but they had done well. They had a long partnership. 4 runs. Once again, young man dropped it. Oh, Kaustubh Pawar out, ran down to play that ball and was stumped easily.
But the runs kept coming. They backed themselves. Arjun Tendulkar, his first look, making his T20 Mumbai debut. Played a couple of huge shots down the track. Was happy to use his feet as well. Lots of shots down the track, but then this one led to his downfall. And the lower middle order finished the job, did the job. In pursuit of 148. They did have a couple of those tricky moments with this wicket. For a moment we thought the Triumph Knights have 1 foot in the door. We thought the Knights perhaps will make a comeback, but in the end, the wicketkeeper Doraiswamy and Yogesh Pawar allowing no chance whatsoever for the Triumph Knights to make a comeback, and this is how they finished it. Registering their first win. This is their first season. The first match of the T20 Mumbai's second edition goes the Aakash Tigers' way by 5 wickets. Here's a quick look at the match summary. 147 for 6. They started off really slowly. Only 35 runs in the power play. Suryakumar Yadav changed the course of that innings with 90. He was happy to take the singles, but in the end, he hit another gear. 7 sixes went after the bowler in the last over, scored 28. A total of 90 not out of 56 deliveries for him. No other batsman contributing much, but a target of 148 wasn't big enough to stop the Aakash Tigers, who had Gomel and Kaustubh lay a foundation, who together scored 67 runs for the opening partnership. Arjun Tendulkar contributing with 23 of 19. A couple of wickets for Kalpesh, giving away 30 runs. 1 wicket each for Vinayak and Prasad. But in the end, the Aakash Tigers beating the defending champions Triumph Knights by 5 wickets. Time for a break here on Star Sports 3. We'll be back in just a bit with the toss of the second game. Stay tuned. It's time for hashtag Ekdam Mumbai. It's the Wankhede Stadium. It's day one, match number 2. The Arcs and Dairy versus the boys from South Mumbai, the Sovo Supersonics. It's game 2. We've seen a huge upset. The defending champions being beaten by the Aakash Tigers. But let's get set for match number 2 of the T20 Mumbai's second season's day 1. The crowd's getting bigger as the weather cools down a little bit. But before we move ahead, let's take a look at what happened in the first game, the match summary. The target was 148 for the Aakash Tigers, the newbies of the Mumbai T20, and they breezed through that chase. Komal and Kaustubh laying the foundation with a terrific partnership, a very confident partnership of 67 runs. And in the end, Arjun Tendulkar, of course, came in at number 3, played a short little cameo, lasted 19 deliveries, hit one big 6 in that long-gone region, scoring 23. But the highlight of the first innings was, of course, the captain, Suryakumar Yadav, coming off a very successful IPL campaign with the Mumbai Indians, showed his class, showed his experience with 90 not out of 56 deliveries. Let's take a quick look at some of his shots. He laid the foundation, spent a lot of time at the crease, was happy to take singles, and when the bad ball was on offer, he was up for the challenge. Punished every delivery that was slightly off in his range. Happy to come up with that flourish. Went after the bowlers, especially the last over was 28, a total of 7 sixes and 4 boundaries for Suryakumar Yadav. Remember, he laid the foundation with 22 singles, did the hard work in very, very hot, challenging conditions. Suryakumar Yadav. However, 147 was not going to be good enough. And it's time for match number 2, and we've got the commissioner and the super centurion, Sunil Gavaskar, who's ready for the toss of match number 2.
Well, yeah, match number 2, and I've got the 2 captains here with me, and they're clearly anxious to know which way the coin's going to fall. I'm going to first show them the coin. As you can see, the H is for heads, the T is for tails. Who's going to be calling? You're calling? Okay, what do you want to go? Don't tell me. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Heads it is. So what are you going to do?
We're going to bowl.
Any particular reason?
I think the dew factor is going to come into play, and we've just assessed the wicket. It's the first match of the tournament, so we would like to know what target we are chasing and then go accordingly.
And obviously, this is your first game. How confident are you for the rest of the tournament?
We had a good preparation for this tournament. We had a good practice sessions last 1 week. So it was a great preparation for us. It's just another game for us. We have to just go out and express ourselves and enjoy this moment and have a great first match.
Well, have fun. And Jay?
Yeah, we would also like to bowl first because the dew factor comes into play. But anyway, we are happy with batting. First game, score runs on the board and defend the total.
This is exactly up your alley, isn't it? The kind of batsman you are. This is the kind of format you enjoy most, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, there's freedom for the batsman in it, but still you have to take your time and assess the wicket, assess the condition, and know how much total you want to put onto the board. So looking forward to it. Around 160, 170 should be a good score on this wicket.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask, because you've seen your first match and you know how the pitch is playing.
Right. Yeah, we thought it's going to turn, but pitch got better, and I think so 160, 170 should be a good score on this track.
Well, all the best, entertain and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much.
There you are.
Welcome back to the Wankhede Stadium. It's the T20 Mumbai action. You're watching us live on Star Sports 3, and it's time for match number 2. Jay Bista, the captain of the Sobo Supersonics, on your screen. 23-year-old opening batsman. Lost the toss a little while ago. We had the commissioner of the T20 Mumbai, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, at the toss, with the two captains, Kevin Almeida and Jay Bista. Kevin Almeida, the captain of the Arcs Andheri, won the toss and chose to bowl first. Mentioned dew could be a factor, and they want to see how it goes. Happy to chase. Badri Alam, the man on your screen, the number 14, the top wicket taker among all the 6 teams last season. This season, of course, we've got 2 new teams in action, one of which upset the defending champions, the Triumph Knights. And we're just minutes away with players warming up. As many as 155 players in action at the T20 Mumbai. A total of 23 matches, 10 double headers, followed by the semis and the finals. And we've only just begun today. It was a very, very hot afternoon as the Triumph Knights began their campaign. The Surya Kumar Yadav's team not coming up with the goods in their first game as defending champions. Iqbal Abdullah, the man on your screen, has played in the IPL as well. For the Kolkata Knight Riders, Iqbal Abdullah, left-arm spinner. It is going to be a terrific encounter that's coming up. You will see the likes of Hizar Dafedar and Vaibhav Mali and Harsh Tank, Rohan Raje. The 2 players that the Supersonics retained were Jay Bista, the captain, and Drumil Matkar, the slow left-arm orthodox spinner. And on the other hand, the Arcs Andheri retained Shubham Ranjane, the 25-year-old from Pune, the all-rounder for Mumbai, and Tushar Deshpande, the pacer who is a known name in Mumbai's domestic circles. Joint highest wicket taker at the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. We're just minutes away from the start of the second game. In case you've just joined us, the first match saw the Aakash Tigers, the newbies, opening their T20 Mumbai journey with a 5-wicket win against the defending champions, the Triumph Knights. We saw a terrific batting performance from Surya Kumar Yadav, followed by a good team effort, winning the game by 5 wickets. But let's now go down to Charu Sharma for the presentation.
Well, thank you, guys. Everybody here at the Wankhede Stadium, thank you for joining us. And, of course, wherever you're on television, thank you so much for joining us for T20 Mumbai. We're through with the first match of the first day. We are now ready for the presentation ceremony, of course. Yet another close match, should we say, only 3 balls left. And the new team came out on top with 5 wickets, of course, against the defending champions. But let me, on behalf of the MCA, first thank all of our sponsors, Dream 11, Skoda, Atul Projects, Wardwiz, Seagate and Bisleri. And let me introduce to you the presentation party. To my left first, from the MCA, Mr. C.S. Naik, the CEO. Congratulations. For season 2, we've started, of course, from Aakash Tigers, Mr. Ram Jajodia, and to his left from Triumph Knights, Siddharth Thakur. Let me first invite the captain of the winning team, who is here with us, Dhaval Kulkarni, for a few words. Dhaval, thanks for joining us. And I have to congratulate you. New team, I suppose, lots of new faces, but you guys came out on top. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was a good win for us. The first win is always crucial in this format, and would like to take the momentum forward.
Well, listen, I mean, there was some talk about 148 being a difficult chase, but you guys seem to make it look pretty easy in the end.
When the toss happened, we actually wanted to bat, but the bowlers did a brilliant job. Everyone, all the department, even the fielding, we took some brilliant catches, and that's how we restricted them. But I thought it was a slow wicket, and we got a good start. We didn't lose wickets in the power play, so that was crucial for us, getting a good start, and that's what helped us win this game.
Do you think the wicket eased a bit when you guys were batting, chasing?
I think it was the same, but the guys in the middle applied themselves. Rather than looking to hit big shots, they just tried to play each and every ball on the merit.
You bowled particularly well, and winning against the defending champions, what a great start to season 2.
Yeah, it was as I said, it was crucial to get the first win, and I've been bowled well throughout the IPL, so just wanted to take the confidence in this game.
Well, listen, you guys did win, but you might be a little aghast to hear that the man of the match may be from the other side. But congratulations and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.
Dhaval Kulkarni, ladies and gentlemen, skipper of Aakash Tigers. And now can we speak to the skipper of the Triumph Knights, defending champions. He's going to walk on up because he is also our man of the match, Surya Kumar Yadav. Congratulations. Your trophy first to be collected from Mr. Ram Jajodia. And then the check to be given away by Mr. C.S. Naik of the MCA. There you go. Congratulations, Surya. Will you walk on up? We'll have a very quick chat. What a fantastic couple of days. I know the team today did not come out on top. Or an IPL campaign, fabulous. And you continue with 90 from 56. What a day.
Yeah, obviously I love playing here on this ground, and I just had one thing in mind. If I play till the end, then I'll get my team to a defendable total, and I'm really proud of my boys, the way they fought on the field.
Well, at one stage it looked like you might get 120, then maybe 130, ended up with 147, and you did go in thinking it was defendable?
I thought 147 was a tricky total on that wicket, and we just needed few wickets in the power play, which didn't go our way. But that's okay. As I said, I'm really proud of each and everyone. The way they came out and fielded and bowled with the very less total, I think it was a great team effort.
Well, I don't know what the team ownership thinks about the defending champions going down, but it's a long campaign, and I wish you luck for the rest of it.
100%, yes.
Surya Yadav, skipper of the losing team today, but also our man of the match. Congratulations once again. Well, we have another match coming up this evening, our feature night match, but that'll be after a short break. Thanks for being with us.